SeaWorld announced Thursday it will stop the breeding of captive killer whales, otherwise known as orcas, in San Diego, San Antonio, Texas, and Orlando, Florida. Now, of course, this is coming after 3 years of just negative spotlight on SeaWorld. We've had Blackfish, that film, come out, and that highlighted Tillicum, who was one of the protagonists of the film, who basically was shown, killing the trainer, showing the horrible conditions of whales in captivity. We have a statement from Joel Manby, who's a CEO and president of SeaWorld, saying, "As one of the largest rescue organizations in the world, we will increase our focus on rescue operations so that the thousands of stranded marine mammals like dolphins and sea lions that cannot be released back to the wild will have a place to go." SeaWorld has pretty much dropped 84% in their stocks after such negative publicity, so it's no surprise that SeaWorld wants to amp this right back up.
Or at least make it seem like they're changing things up and being more humane about this, but when in reality, no, they're just trying to fool everybody. You don't buy it, I don't buy it either. Basically, when they come out and they say, okay, hey everyone, we're stopping the breeding thing, they expect everybody to go, oh wow, you guys have changed, you're being so nice. No, that's not the case. They were basically forced into that. If you think that that was their decision to do that, just on the kindness of their hearts, you're very mistaken. So let's not get it twisted and think that that is their idea, right, that they're coming out. They wanted to make $100 million expansion on one of their tanks to come off again as more humane, but in reality what happened was they had to get permission from the California Coastal Commission to do that, and they basically told them, okay, SeaWorld, you can do it, but you have to stop the breeding. So what did they do? They sat back, waited a few months, waited for one of the orcas to get pregnant so that they had another orca in the oven waiting for them to last them a few more decades, and then they said, okay, we've stopped the breeding, we're done with that, hallelujah, yeah right, give me a break.
Yeah, of course, and also this comes a week after it was just released that Tillicum, the whale, has been having infection in the lungs. It's definitely, his health is not doing so well. So this is needed for SeaWorld for their publicity. Like I mentioned, they also partnered with Humane Society, which is one of the biggest critics of SeaWorld. So it's just almost like they forced even more publicity for them. It's like, how much more willing are you to go? They even said something about how they would spend $50 million over 5 years to rescue animals and fight commercial fishing of whales and seals and fight shark finning. So they're really using every possible example and every possible solution for this. The fact that they don't have entertainment anymore for these whales, yet they're still keeping them captive, yet they're still using them for educational purposes. It's still like these whales are still for a show.
Right.
They're not in good conditions.
They're so quick to come out and let everybody know about the philanthropic things that they're doing, right? About the nice things that they're doing and how they're saving the oceans. But in reality, they're just stuffing all the bad shit that they're doing right into the trash can and letting nobody know. So again, look, they've come out publicly and said, well, we're not doing our shows anymore. The orca shows, we stopped doing that. Well, when you say you did that, you have to stop doing it. They only stopped doing it in San Diego because people stopped showing up, because people were really, angered by that. But in other states like Texas, for example, they didn't stop doing it there. So they'll come out and they'll make it seem like they're doing something nice, but in reality, they're not. They're just making it seem that way. They're putting up a facade. But look, the shady dealings of SeaWorld, that shouldn't be anything new. I mean, we reported here on The Lip about, the sleeper agents from SeaWorld that would, get embedded inside of PETA, like spies basically, and then try to incite violence and hatred in PETA's name to make them look bad because, PETA has been very outspoken against SeaWorld. So we know that shady stuff goes on in SeaWorld. So to see them come out and put up these fake excuses and all these fake things that they're saying is just not surprising to me, and it's sad because people are going to believe that.
They are. They're going to still continue to go to SeaWorld. SeaWorld's going to continue to see how can we go against the competition of other amusement parks, et cetera, et cetera. SeaWorld, we're not buying this.